In this video, I'm going to show you how to add an icon slider in Shopify. Unfortunately, since Shopify doesn't support this functionality by default, what we need to do is use a third-party platform. Don't worry though, it's completely free and also very easy to set up. So the first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Classable platform. Once you've clicked on the link, this is the page that you're going to see. From here, I want you to click on Start for Free, which will automatically take you to the Classable sign-up page. And from here, I want you to click on Sign Up with Shopify. The reason why I want to do that is because it will make the entire integration between the two platforms significantly easier. So go ahead and click on Sign Up with Shopify. And once you've done that, you'll be taken to the Shopify login page. Simply log into your Shopify account. And once you're logged in, you'll be prompted to install the Classable plugin on your Shopify website. Simply go ahead and click on Install in the bottom right corner of the screen. Once you've done that, you'll be taken to your Classable dashboard. This is what it looks like. And before I show you how to set everything up, if you take a look on the left hand side of the screen right here, you will see that by default you will be assigned to the free plan. If you go ahead and click on that, I want to quickly run you through the usage and limitations of the free plan just so you can get an idea of what it has to offer, or if you need to choose a different plan. If you take a look on the screen right here, you can see some of the usage and limitations of the free plan. So for example, you can get up to 3,000 monthly page views on your widgets on Shopify, and you can create as many widgets as you want. Now bear in mind that with the free plan, you also get the Powered by Classable badge, which you will be able to see somewhere along the bottom of your icon slider. So if you want your icon slider to be 100% ad free, or if you plan to get more than 3,000 monthly page views on your Shopify website, then go ahead and click on Upgrade Plan right here, which will take you to Classable's plans page. This is what it looks like, and here as an example is the Pro 50 plan, which allows you to get up to 50,000 monthly page views on your widgets on Shopify. As part of this plan, you also get all features and functionalities that the Classable platform offers: no Powered by Classable badge, unlimited widgets, and priority support. And if you use this slide and you go to the right, you can access all the bigger plans that the platform has to offer. So yeah, browse through the different plans, choose the one that works best for you. And if you like to save some money, I definitely recommend you to subscribe to the plan that you want on an annual basis, as that will save you 25% of the total cost of the plan. So for example, with the Pro 250 plan, the cost of the plan is going to go from $99 per month down to $69 per month. And if you'd like to save an additional 20%, you can also use my discount code at checkout, which you can find in the description of this video. If I go ahead and use it right now, you can see that this plan goes from $69 per month down to $55 per month. Now that you know a little bit more about the different plans that the Classable platform has to offer, let me show you how to create the exact type of icon slider that you want and how to integrate it with the Shopify website. So the first thing I want you to do is to click on your widget right here on the top of the page, and then you will see this pop up. Here we can start completely from scratch or choose an existing template and customize it to our liking. I would personally recommend you to go for a template because all templates are fully customizable anyway, so that's going to save you a whole lot of time and effort in the process, and that's the option that I'm going to be taking today. So once you've done that, you'll then be taken to the Classable template page, which is where you can see all the different templates that the platform has to offer. Now the first thing you want to do here is narrow down your options so you only see the templates that are relevant to you. To do that, go on the left hand side of the screen right here, which is where you will see a bunch of different checkboxes that you can tick. To find an icon slider template that we can customize, underneath use case right here, I want you to check the display social proof box, and then on the right hand side, you will see all the templates begin to update based on what we tick here. Now in my particular case, that's going to be the only box that I'm going to check, but in your case, by all means, go ahead and check all the boxes that are relevant to you. In my case, that's the only one I'm going to check, and then I'm going to start browsing through the templates and find one that I like. Having checked a bunch of different templates, I think this is going to be the template that I'm going to go with. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it to select it, and as you can see, by default it is a logo slider by the looks of it. So here we have brands that trust us. Of course, we can change that to whatever we want, as well as the actual logos that you see right here. So yeah, if you're happy with the template that you've chosen, go ahead and click on use this template to get into the actual Classable template editor. This is what the editor looks like, and here is where we can make all the changes that we want to our particular template. Now in my particular case, I'm not going to make a whole lot of changes because I'm only recording a tutorial video, so it doesn't really matter for me. I just want to quickly show you what's possible, and then I'll let you customize yours to your specific requirements. So the first thing I want to show you is how to delete elements that you don't want to have in the final version of your particular template. In my case, I want to go ahead and delete this logo right here. So I'm going to click on it to highlight it, and then press the backspace button on my keyboard, and just like that, the component has been deleted. Now the chances that you want to go ahead and replace all of these here with the icons that are relevant to you. So go ahead and click on any one of them, and then on the right hand side here, you will get the editor for that particular logo. In this case, as you can see here, is the button that says change. Go ahead and click on that, and then you will get the opportunity to upload the logo that you want, and then make sure to do that as many times as you need to within this slider. Now besides customizing and deleting existing elements from the template, we can also add additional components to it as well if you want to. To do that, go on the left hand side of the screen here, which is where you can find the add component section. So within my particular template, I can add all of these components that you see on the left hand side. So let's just suppose we want to add a button. I'm going to go ahead and find the button option here, which is underneath general, and then I can drag it and place it anywhere that I want within the slider. In my case, it's going to be on the right hand side here of the last logo. As you can see, I just dropped it and then here it is. And then on the right hand side here, of course, we can customize it to our liking. And that's pretty much all the changes that I'm going to make to my particular icon slider. As you can see, it's already straightforward and super easy to do. Once you're ready with customizing yours and you're ready to move forward, go ahead and click on save in the top right corner of the screen right here. You will then be taken to this page, which is where we need to decide on the placement of our icon slider. So as you can see right here at the bottom, we have a bunch of different placement options that we can choose from. We have before the element, after the element, inside the element first, inside the element last, and then replace element. So what that basically means that you need to go to your Shopify website and decide where you want to position the icon slider relative to whatever element that you select. So let me show you how to do that. So from your Shopify store, what you want to do is tap the F12 button, and then you will see this page right here on the right hand side. I want you to click on the button right here that is on the very top left of this particular window. And then what you want to do is go ahead and decide where you want to position your icon slider. Now in my particular case, I want it to be below this main image right here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on this, and then we're going to see the division section for that particular container. Then what you want to do is right click here, and then I want you to hover over copy here and then click on copy selector. Once in that, go back to Classpo, and in that particular case here, we want it to be after the element or after the image that we just copied the selector from. Then go ahead and paste the CSS selector right here in this box, and then click on test widget. Then what you want to do is provide the URL of the page where you want your icon slider to be. In my case, it's going to be on this page right here. Then click on open, which is going to open up a Shopify website. And as you can see, here is my icon slider. As you can see, it's fully functional. If you need any further guidance on this, go ahead and click on how to find the CSS selector right here, and then it's all described very clearly. Now, once you've done that, what you want to do from here is click on next in the top right corner of the screen, which will then take you to the triggering page. This is the page which is where we need to decide when and how our icon slider is going to be shown on a Shopify website. In my particular case, I want my icon slider to be shown immediately as soon as somebody lands on my Shopify website. I don't want it to be shown as many times as it needs to be shown without any limitations. So the first thing you want to do here is go to display frequency and then set that to do not limit, as it is in my particular case, and then when to display, set that to immediately. Now, if you want there to be some delay, go ahead and click on when all conditions are met here, and then provide the conditions below here. In my case though, I'm going to keep it to immediately, and that's the only two options that I'm going to change here. By all means, if this is the bottom here relevant for you, go ahead and customize them as well. Then once you're ready, go ahead and click on next once more. You will then be taken to the integrations page, which is where you can integrate your widget with a bunch of different platforms. In my particular case, my template can only be integrated with Google Analytics. I'm going to skip this step here because it's not relevant for me, so I'm going to click on done once more. Once you've done that, you're pretty much ready to go. The last thing you want to do here is change the status of the widget from unpublished to published, and then go ahead and click on save in the top right corner of the screen. Once your widget is published, go to your Shopify store and check if your icon slider is there. As you can see, mine is here and it looks super nice and clean. And that's about it. That's how to add an icon slider in Shopify. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below and I'll do my best to help you out.